calling you a radical. No, we need to... This is important time for all the post-ignorance army. The true grassroots activists, which there's very few of us. We have to reject the so-called old establishment activists, which is fucking buried us post-1979. Annihilate us. Now listen. Until the fucking courts, Congress, print media, all these different sources that we have to have a fourth pillar. Our fourth pillar is a disgrace. Alternative media, what they've done to YouTube used to be so beautiful. They turned it into fucking cable TV. They've annihilated it with fucking, and everybody's bowed to this philosophy to grow our AdSense account. It's asymmetric to any cause. Look, you have Sierra Club, Greenpeace, the revolving fucking door. These so-called fucking revolving establishment, so-called activists that are not activists. Fukushima happened, you had Bueller, who comes right out of the nuclear industry. You have Busby, who comes right out of the fucking nuclear industry. You have Gundershield, comes right out of the nuclear industry. They parade one after a fucking another out. Caldecott, I know Helen. Fuck, she's a fraud. It's her own ass husband. Look, more power to Helen, the second-hand movie star. She's fucking has been pushed. She's done nothing to perpetuate her brand and make money. She got in Vogue in 79. She was a fucking second-hand movie. That's her ex-husband's fucking words to Kevin Bland. Kevin, at my symposium, I'm sitting with Noam Chomsky. You cannot use the Fukushima. You can't talk about Fukushima at my symposium on anti-nuclear. I'm a butcher, what's a cow? I'm a baker, what's a fucking cake? I'm an investigative journalist. I'm like, please, Helen. Oh, God, no fucking just looked at me and rolled his eyes. I think that photograph of her and I together it's going to be the marquee historic photograph of this whole movement. So this is for the grassrooters. Listen, until Congress, until different investigators understand that the grassroots activist has to have the platform, has to take this field. Look, you have to do the fucking work. I remember my dad, he used to say, shut the fuck up, boy, and get to work. You're way too pretty to have an opinion. I'm not so fucking pretty. Scars across my face. The fucking body of work that I've done my whole life. Hello. And people are Googling around. Look, they've hired PR firms to slander me. I think Reddit's got a thread on me. Anybody that ever uses the term on you politically or in a platform uses the term folks. Run for the fucking hills. Reddit sure the fuck don't get it. I knew Aaron Swartz personally. I think the irony of this is all incredible. What's going on in New York with the litigation on Indian Point? What's going on at San Onofre? What's going on at fucking Diablo Canyon? What's fucking going on at Fukushima political theater? When you have Ayn Rand Paul on television arguing, he's up for re-election in 2 years. Trump himself says you're going to get fucking, at his rally, when he incited the fucking crowd, we're going to fucking primary him. Well, let me tell you people that are hanging your hat on that. Where is my fucking, this is what you are, Ayn Rand Paul. He's a fucking fraud from hell. Libertarian that fucking never saw a fucking war machine contract he didn't fucking love. Falsely stimulated industry. He don't stand on. Didn't he take Bunning's fucking seat? Bunning was the last fiscal responsible fucking senator. Think about you young people. Think about it. How old is Biden? I didn't vote for Biden. I voted for Bernie. How old is he? Oh my God, it's fucking, when he's the junior senator. It's insane. Romney's posturing for a run. I know fucking Romney. My fan is, oh hell no. Fuck no, I ain't a fan of any of these fucking lunatics. It's all political theater. And anybody who's pinning their hopes and their hats politically on Trump, I like the philanthropist in L.A. Her grandson was busted inside there. Oh, he was always raised to be such a good boy. He was such a sweet child. And she goes on so elegantly, so beautifully, like these old, sophisticated, elegant women in this country used to be. She says, And he just goes ahead and throws his whole life away. I'm all for making a stand and making a strong stand. But for Trump? For Trump. And then she laughs. He wants to throw his life away for Trump? One of the greatest, creepiest, fraud pieces of dog shit who ever was. Trumpism is fucking dead. It's dead. Don't you see that it's dead? What happened to it? Trump committed. Donald Trump killed it. Look, if you might as well just take this Constitution and shred it. If this is not a violation of the they're standing there with their hand on the fucking Bible, swearing in, do you promise to uphold the Constitution against foreign and domestic? If this wasn't a hardcore attack on the there's only been one bigger attack on the Constitution in the history. And who did that? Fucking Bush and crew. That's called the Patriot Act. This is a republic with a constitution. They shredded the fucker. And then, it's being said that Cohen says that Trump has him pocket fucking immunity. He pocket pardoned himself. Bullshit. No. Good luck to that fucking loser with that. He's got fucking, that guy's got a fucking, his Ponzi scheme is fucking, it's going to come tumbling down fast now. Trumpism is fucking dead. So Rand Powell can worry about that. And Rand Powell, what a phony fucking cartoon character that fucking lunatic is. Fucking, these political fucking, and so my point is this. Why have we gotten nowhere? Because the NGOs, the nonprofits, the fucking greenwashing machines, the fucking whole revolving fucking door has fucking claimed their activism when they're not activism. We have fucking, it's astroturf as hell, just like this whole thing was. It's fucking pure astroturf. All of it. And so the grassroots activists has to have the feel. The grassroots activist is the only person that ever makes change in this country. Ever. And if you're contemporized right now and calling yourself an activist, you're a fucking fraud. You're a fraud. That's just the way it is. Oh, the fucking cultured personality. I'm just waiting on a friend. They come and they go. Physical nuclear graffiti on Balco. That one's kind of stuck, isn't it? What? Who's that? You have to do the fucking work. You have to have the path. You have to have the journey. I don't eat, sleep, drink. The anti-nuclear movement, the environmental movement, the fucking, in the reality of trying to save you from you, I sleep with it. I was given 2 months to live in the fall of 2011. I have a fucking disease, fucking AML leukemia, non-Hodgkin lymphoma, which is a death sentence. Too sick. I'll tell you the miracles that I got. I was thinking about this morning. I'm in the bone marrow transplant center, waiting for my 3rd round of chemo. Chemo's a broad term, by the way. Quit fucking, it's like nuclear medicine. Stop using that term. What they use nuclear medicine is not nuclear. It has nothing to do with fucking medicine. It's skewing the fucking dynamic. It's not. That's at the cellular. It has nothing to do with nuclear. So, I had the mushroom fucking root experiment fucking, So, this is important. Marshall Jensen was in the room, right to me. Nancy, the world-class fucking, you're talking the 3 most famous, probably, leukemia cases in the world are all 3 in the LDS bone marrow transplant at the same time with the #1 oncologist in the world. I'm walking out of the hospital. Dr. Ford, there's a team of doctors there, who's from Ogden, who knows my family, who knows me. Where are you going, Kevin? Going home. Why? He says, my platelet count is too fucking low for another round of fucking chemo. And I said, by the way, I tried to tell him the test come back negative, but I think I can smell an infection in my fucking line. And this is important because the wearing of the mask. Where's your mask? It's really a litmus test on selfishness. I remember walking around this big block out here in the boonies where I'm at, and I'm sucked up to nothing when I got to come home between rounds for a few days. And I weigh 130 fucking pounds. I'm sucked up. I'm fucking dying. This girl pulls right up to me. Oh my God, what are you fucking wearing some mask for there? I looked at her and I said, shut the fuck up. I've got fucking cancer. You don't realize. Oh, I learned a long time ago. Our neutrophil, what's a neutrophil? Or so the common cold will fucking kill you. I'll tell you the miracle I got. I mean, I got a lot of miracles. I don't know. And I'm like, he looked at me and he says, no. How high are your platelets? I says, they're fucking in the 80s. They bounce. You got to bounce. I mean, they were stuck in the 30s for years. High enough. Turn around. Get in there. Okay. You know what? I learned something, again, as my journey and my path. These people that you're taught to just trust. Blind trust. You know, church leaders. Fucking teachers. Fucking all these people in position. You know, we pledge all that bullshit. I've learned trust is not given. It has to be earned. You don't have that trust to anyone. Your mom and dad, if you're kids, you have to. Your grandparents, you have to, but, you know, a lot of grandparents right now don't deserve any fucking, I mean, it's disgusting how they are. Fucking overgrown little kids. Overgrown babies. The baby boomers. Trust has to be earned. It's like the grassroots activists. And that guy had earned my trust. He'd already saved my life, that whole team. So I go in there. They come in there and they like, your temperature's spiking. It immediately spiked to 104. And they're like, whoa. So they have what they call the ketchup test, the central line. They're bottles that look like Tabasco sauce bottles. That much blood. That is 17 fucking bottles. 17. Those poor nurses have to do it. Into the chute, down to the mad fucking scientist. And they run it because they have to find it fucking fast. I mean, right now or you're dead. You know, they're fucking, boom, they got it. Fucking antibiotics. That's what you're up against. You know, that's why this is killing anybody who's vulnerable. I mean, what's going on right now with cancer, because just think, coronavirus in a fucking bone marrow transplant unit. Everybody in there is fucking neutrophils are zero. I mean, I know for a fact, you can't talk HIPAA laws, but I know because I know nurses and I'm involved. I'm going to get my blood work results today. They're dropping like flies. It's a catastrophe. That's another number you can add on to the 420,000. That's huge. It's no coincidence that we have record cancer deaths this year. You know, 60-something thousand. So, this is my point to all this. That miracle saved my life. If I went home, I'd have been dead immediately. I mean, it was me. I could smell it. I told them, you have to listen to yourself. You have to and you have to find people you can trust, which is not easy. I was misdiagnosed over and over. It's like my heart. Go see your dentist. It's my heart's failing. Mike Lee has me kicked off Medicaid, these political theater. Now, political theater, sending Obamacare our own money back for his idealistic fucking stand. When he tells me right to my face, Kevin, I just found out my dad was a downwinder. Well, okay, Mike, get back to me. You're going to talk. I asked him about I'll talk to Senator Wyden. I used to talk to Wyden all the time. Wyden went to Fukushima, Japan. Multiple times. He reported to Congress. This is much worse than fucking I ever dreamed. Then he won't even talk to me anymore. Again, the grassroots activists, this is important. For the litigation in New York, the litigation in Utah, the FBI in Ohio. I'm involved in all that, and every one of these things. You cannot keep running. I mean, I got into it with Matt. He actually hired Ani Gundershill on this. I'm like, are you kidding? Well, the New York Times said he was. There you have it. Gundershill worked in the industry. He's a fraud. Fuck, all these people working there. It's called false equivalency. Fucking, it's fake. It's fucking AstroTurf, and that doesn't matter. It's not a cliche. It's like Black Lives Matter. Think about the people that really fucking started Black Lives Matter. Think about those people. Kevin Blanch in the street on the death of Danielle Willard. Fucking the hardcore wife fucking dying of cancer. The people in the streets of Baltimore. The streets of Washington, D.C. The streets of Ferguson. The streets in Cleveland, Ohio. In fucking Ogden, Utah on Matthew Stewart's No Knock. That's in 2012. And some keyboard activists are going to turn around, they just hashtag it and take credit for something that people bled and fucking died and fought their whole life for. I want you to just think about that. Yet the media, Congress, attorney generals, legislative process are still going to run to the false equivalency, the fucking AstroTurf, the revolving door for Greenpeace, Sierra Club, Gunner Shill, Busby, fucking these fucking... I'll tell you why. Because they want to protect the status quo. And the status quo is a fucking disaster in this country, if you haven't seen. There have been more animals and more fucking life and more species fucking dying going extinct in the last 10 years post-Fukushima than the previous 2 million years combined. Now, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about this. The Pacific Ocean, people say it's written in the Bible fucking 30%. 30%, this is 90% fucking on the ocean. All my work, I'm jumping through those tide pools with fucking Feldorg valve. Nobody knows this dynamic like me on the face of the fucking earth because I earned it. I've been doing this my whole life in the fucking trenches. In the trenches. You know, so until the establishment, and you can Google around and find the slander. It's like people tried to watch a Wikipedia page. My buddy the other day says, why is there not a Wikipedia page up there? Because I won't let them. Because I'm not going to fucking let them homogeneously turn me into some kind of fucking something that I'm not. I'm a grassrooter. I don't fucking eat it, sleep it, drink it. I fucking am it. The book, the literature, they always said, literature around the fucking edges. It changes. Not at the core. Okay, right. I am the book. Don't you see? You know, there's nobody on the face of the earth that knows the fucking environmental fucking nuclear fucking dynamic on earth than me. Nobody. 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 Because I've lived it my whole fucking life. You know, my dad fucking human lad rat in the Nevada test site fucking guinea pigged in Airbus One and killed. I mean, my whole life, I was mutated at birth. I've known this my whole fucking life. That's what my whole life has been this. Every fucking fabric of my being. At the grassroots, literally. And we have a small army out there. And you want to run to fucking the false equivalency. You know, we need establishment through the revolving door. Greenpeace, Sierra Club, NGOs, fucking all these fake fucking, it's like the art scene and fucking, what a joke, what a clown circus. You know, the establishment, that's not art, that's fucking not nothingness. That's the status quo protecting. The status quo is a fucking disaster in this country. I mean, hello. That's AstroTurf by definition, all of it. I mean, what they did to Black Lives Matter is disgusting. When you have billionaire basketball players, who have they're literally billionaire basketball players. Oh, fuck, it's disturbing. Yo, we're going to parade out Gunner Shill, Busby, fucking all these fucking people that revolved right out of the nuclear. Lake Barrett, who I know personally, who covered up. Behind the scenes, just told me it's all a fucking lie. It's all, we had to tell them something. Yet, you know, the grassroots intensity, come on. Fucking, the big piece of this is me trying to stay alive. My doctor, go talk to him. Go talk to my doctors. Kevin, you're the biggest miracle I've ever seen in my fucking 40-year oncologist career. You're incredible. Because I fight back. People are still telling me, sending these armchair doctors that are all over the internet, still telling me how to fucking survive cancer. When I've made it over 9 years, when that's less than 1/1000% survival bracelet. AML, de novo non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, without a bone marrow transplant. It's unheard of. It's absolutely unheard of. I know one other guy, here. I mean, us grassrooters, think of the body of work and the slander that I've dealt with. I used to fucking spend literally fucking hours and hours when I'm so sick I can barely walk. Policing fucking trolls. Paid. They're paid. The FBI knows all this. Slandering me when I'm in a bone marrow transplant center with a central line hanging out of my guts, split my chest open, kicked off Medicaid, all but dead, and just attacking me. I have people calling me up because of the fucking idiots on the internet fucking whining, threatening me. I says, oh yeah, you want to kill me, motherfucker? And then I've had guns in my face twice by fucking wound up fucking useful idiots. Just like fucking Trump is fucking... Trumpism is dead! Greenpeace, Sierra Club, they're dead. They're dead. And I'll tell you why. Because Fukushima was the litmus test. Fukushima was the test. It's the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. Full blown out fucking meltdowns. Mockfield blew over to hell. And you're just going to cover up fake fucking footage. Everybody's going to go along with the winning team. It is the test. It's real simple. It's the fucking test. I've always stood right there. Everybody's like, well, the shirtwaist fire. This is shirtwaist fire day. I was leading up this whole movement for the 100th anniversary of the shirtwaist fire. 2 weeks before that, something happened in the way, which I'm paramount in the beginning of Occupy. I'm fucking probably the guy that fucking rubbed the sticks and started that grass fire, which evolved into fucking, the Million Mass March. I've given that exact same speech and led that exact same march that Trumpers did. They didn't open the door and let us in. No, they fucking pepper sprayed us and beat us with batons and had fucking rows and rows and rows, and we were a much smaller crowd than this. But we're not just, we're dynamic, and which evolved into Black Lives Matters, what's going to evolve into now? The Postdifference Project. Fukushima's a litmus test. Until you wake the fuck up and realize Trumpism is fucking dead. And everybody politically who's going to stay on this, and we're going to get primaried, what a gift to the left. So, okay, so you're going to try to out-fucking lunacy each other in a Republican primary. If they continue to go, Romney says this, talk about a fucking political actor. And I know him. What about Fukushima? You're just going to hand it. Rand Paul's going to lose in Kentucky, and not in the primary. He's going to lose in the fucking to whatever the left puts up. Until you start talking about Fukushima, it's disgusting what they've done to political theater. Fuck. Trump never mentioned Fukushima one time when he promised me he would. Just like Obama. Who gave us Trump? Obama did. You think about it. Fucking, how many people voted in 2016? I'll be at the Peace Vigil. I'll be on the ocean. God, talk about grassroots. So, until you give the grassrooters, a true grassroots fucking, real fucking activist, and you mentioned the F word, Fukushima, Kellicott's a fraud. Busby's a fraud. Fucking, they're all frauds. The litmus says. All of them were frauds, and that's who, how they do it. One by gesturing, two by cable TV. Nobody on the face of the fucking earth knows this dynamic like, cursed spite that I was ever born to set this fucking right. What a fucking journey. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Thank you, everybody, support this historic work. We don't give up. We can't give up. We cannot give up. This is a long, ugly, hardcore, the greatest fight. This is the greatest fucking effort in world history to fight back this tsunami. The Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate, a.k.a. the Untouchables, Ask Queen Combo in New York. And you can Google around and find the slander on me and find we can't see, he's not establishment. He doesn't come through the revolving door. He wasn't a lobbyist. He wasn't a politician. He wasn't Sierra Club. He wasn't Greenpeace. He wasn't a board fucking member. That's exactly, I've left this organic for a reason because I am organic. Stay in tune.